Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step closer to answering that question. Around me are my internet friends. Say hi, internet friends.
Hi,
Hello.
Hello.
Before we get started, we want to give a huge thank you to everybody that came to NoCo Con, because by the time this is out, you will all already have either seen the episode and loved it, or not come, and maybe it's out on our YouTube channel. Now it's going to be one of those weird aside things. I have already written it. It's going to be great. I'm not telling anybody what it is. We come now to our siege episode, which is going to work a little bit like the Mirkwood battle episode about a year or so ago, but with a couple more bells and whistles. I will go over the mechanics as we record this, just to kind of give the audience a brief overview of how this is going to work. But we have spent the better part of the last half hour basically going over with my players how these works, how their individual abilities work, how their armies are going to interact with everybody, and it's going to be chaos. And I am here for it. Before we get to the chaos, though, a couple of people to thank. A special thanks to our sponsor, The Rook and the Raven. You can go to therookandtheraven.com for all of your TTRPG note-taking needs. Therookandtheraven.com. Thank you, Zach, for yet another explosion of fireworks in your background. You can turn that off, but just like
I don't know
forget.
I don't know how to do that.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Don't do that. Don't turn it off. It's great.
Don't do it. Just leave
We need
it.
The artwork is done by Sarah M. Shunky. The battle map for today is done by Little Wit the cartographer, and I gotta give kudos because I came to him with an idea and he knocked it out of the park, and I'm very excited for you all to see this because it looks great. And the music, which you will be hearing, is done by Cullen Vance. You can go to cullenvancecreative.com to buy all of his music or stream it wherever you so choose on Spotify, iTunes, or Bandcamp. The system we are using is the One Ring. You can go to freeleaguepublishing.com if you are interested in any of this. And I want to give a huge shout out to my wife. She goes by Nat20 Wife. I have spent the better part of the last 2 weeks throwing ideas at the wall and seeing what sticks. And then I went to her and said, hey, do you think, I didn't know you could do the hearts thing, Zach? That's adorable.
Zach can.
Yeah, apparently all of us PCs.
Get wrecked, everyone.
I'm
Sorry,
on him back, god damn it.
I have the most love to give.
Thranduil is typing. Anyway, huge thanks to my wife. She goes by Nat20 Wife. Honey, if you're listening to this, or you can hear me downstairs, you've spent the better part of several hours helping me perfect all of the random thoughts that I had on an entire, I have like 17 pages in a notebook, just like, all right, but what if we do this, that, and the other? And I'm really excited for you all to see it. You guys want to see it? You ready to get started?
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Let's
go.
Let's go. We are now going to spend roughly the next 15 to 20 minutes doing any particular role play scenes or setup that you guys want to do. Let's go ahead and get started with a brief overview of how the siege is going to work, because out in the distance, as we mentioned last episode, Oilifants with what look to be enormous siege weapons on top of them, being flanked by trolls. You see 4 Oilifants and 8 trolls. They are sort of walking really slowly in that way that they do, but at their feet are any number of orcs, 4-legged creatures that can't fly, badgers that you've met along the way, wolves, wargs, no spiders though, because the Grey Company folks successfully got rid of that mechanic that I was going to build in. Well done. Good job. And there's just any number of things that are sort of going to be going on. The way the siege is going to work for our audience's sake is we have divided the siege weapon types, because my players rolled so well, into 3 different ones. There are 3 weapon types: archers on the wall, which will roll 2d6, ballistas, which need to succeed in a scan check, and if you succeed, you roll 4d6, and then a trebuchet with an ent on one side and a wizard on the other. Those are 66, but only 2 may fire per turn. I am now going to bring up the battle map. courtesy of Little Wit the cartographer, who did an absolutely outstanding job with this.
Let's go.
Because
Let's fucking go.
as you sort of glance
Let's
out,
Oh, nice.
go.
yeah. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to hide a few of these things, but actually, no, before I hide it, I'm going to explain it. So for those listening on the podcast, this is sort of how it's going to work.
Are we all in
No,
Osgiliath or?
No. You are all in Minas Tirith. The
Okay, cool.
armies that are trying to kill you are all starting in Zone 3.
That is
That
all I needed to clarify.
100,
Thank you.
that 100 is the cumulative amount of orcs that you need to beat while rolling d6s as a pool. More orcs will be coming every turn. I will not tell you how many. I will not tell you when. I am going to actually start us off, and you are all free to say, all right, here's what I would like to do before the battle. I will give us about 15 minutes for this before we get into the siege proper. Sound good?
Sounds
okay,
good.
fantastic. Beery, a couple of minutes after you hand out these lovely gifts to your friends, you are going to be pulled aside by Gloin, Gimli's dad.
Oh, hi there, old man. How you doing?
I'm not that old. You should be. How old are you? I've never actually. You know, it's not important. Listen, Beery. I wanted to give you something, because you're always making things for your friends, and who's there to give you things, right? You did me and my people a great service, and I know a little bit about what happened in Erebor, and I don't fault you for it. Was a foolish thing you did, but I hearing you explain it, you know, I see where you're coming from, and I don't want you to think that I think any less of you for it. Because you've helped me quite a bit. And from the side table, he is going to pull out a cloth, an item covered in a cloth. I've already made my own, but this was Gimli's. And he hands you the helmet. He hands you Gimli's helmet.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. Okay. Beery in the workshop opens up the cloth and instantly recognizes Gimli's helmet. Whoa. No. This belongs with your son.
My son has no more use for armor. You do.
Tucks under his arm and clasps Gloin's shoulder. Well, I'll make great use of it, I promise.
You better. Max, you may increase your parry score by 1.
Oh, Gimli's helmet!
Let's go.
Oh,
Could you remind the audience the other gifts that we received?
Yes.
last
So I have it written on a post-it note because Tori asked me the mechanics. Tanel, you have essentially a scope called Shots Do Not Lose a D6, and you crit on an 11. I came up with that in the time in between last episode and this. Halwith, you now have the ability to throw a Gloss the Spear and have it return to you. You have 2 charges on that one. Tariel, you have a crossbow. You can use your secondary. Was it 3? Did I say 3?
I think it was.
Okay, cool.
Well, I think Barry gave me 3 charges for the spear.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
mistaken.
Well, I'll move it to 3. That's fine. Tariel, you have a crossbow that you may use to either deal damage on your secondary action or use your secondary action as movement to essentially double your movement speed. Good so far? All right. Now, I have each sent you individually your abilities in the chat of this video call. You are free to use it at any point during this siege. Is there anything else people would like to do before the siege proper begins?
We don't have to roleplay it, but Tanel is shoving her parents into a safe room despite any...
Take my mom.
Yeah.
Take Vroki.
Oh,
take
yes,
my mom.
yeah. So
pile them together. Pile the parents together.
Beery, I can fight.
And that's all Tanel's doing. Any like dissent where they're like, no, wait. She goes, shh. And just pushes them into a room.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
Can Timothy be there as well?
Yeah, easy.
You're gonna put Timmy in the safe room?
No.
Oh, you want to put Timmy in the siege?
No. I'm.
Where do you want him?
I want him to be the last line of defense for the women and
Right.
children.
Arwen, what you got?
No need to role play. I just think that Arwen has like arranged several vials of like Athelas extract, like if needed on the battlefield for Morgul wounds. So she's just got hella Athelas water at the ready. And Donna, I don't remember. Did you let me? I think you let me at one point dual wield Andoril and Hadafang.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure she's got both swords. And the morning of the battle, the first thing she did was at dawn, she went out to the White Tree and prayed to the Valar to come to her aid, to help her fulfill her oath.
Ooh, okay. I reward a little bit of role play.
Formally invoked them at the White Tree.
I mean, as opposed to angrily invoked them, like a couple of solo sessions that we had ago.
I would never do that.
You would know, of course not. Go ahead and make me a lore check here, Arwen. We'll see what you can get from this.
Thank you. Okay. Lore. Every time I play this game, the mechanics are equally surprising to me. Okay.
It is
Yeah.
1d12 and however many d6s you have on your lore within character. You are also favored in lore. Elves are favored, so roll 2d12s. It's like advantage.
Oh, here. I beat my target number by 3.
Okay, excellent. By 3. Okay, we will come back to that later. Anybody else want to do anything? Charlotte.
Just a question. Zone 1 gate.
Yes,
Is that
the gate.
just the gate, or can it encompass any part of Minas Tirith?
It can kind of encompass any part of Minas Tirith, but I will say for the purposes of mechanics wise, people are the enemies are going to go after the gate. They want to break it down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm just trying to plan ahead. So because I feel that Tariel will have, because we've got 7,000 Mirkwood soldiers.
The number of Mirkwood soldiers are not necessarily needed anymore after the revamp. The
Okay.
idea being that there are going to be thousands of archers along the wall, all shooting this way and that, but like you all as the players are going to have a little bit of a bigger role in taking care of things.
Okay.
Tariel, you're the commander. Eowyn, you can call the Rohirrim when you want.
Okay. Okay. Because in my head, Tariel would have placed several groups of forces on like each tier of Minas Tirith to defend the streets and put them on, because there are walls on each tier. And I know there are also ballistae and
yes.
other
So
things
for the
along
purposes,
city.
for the purposes of this, it's not. I mean, I can't control 7,000 NPCs, and making
Right.
a roll for all of them would be a bit too much. So
Right. I just mean
assume that there are.
narratively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Narratively, they are all across. Like you guys see Minas Tirith, and it's not like the movies. If you look up, if you look down, wherever you are in the city, there's people on the walls and they're getting bows and they're sharpening their swords and they're getting ready, and there's bundles of arrows every which way, and there's just like this controlled chaos that for some reason seems to be like a well-oiled machine, like they've done this before, but not necessarily on this scale. I will say they don't necessarily seem scared. I will say the people of Minas Tirith have repelled forces like this before, so it's more all right, here we go, we're back in it kind of vibe. Zach, I think you raised your hand.
Yeah. Halibut's going to go to Biri and kind of grasp his shoulder. We're in Minas Tirith, right? We're at
Yes.
in the forge.
Mhm.
In the forge.
Okay. He looks down and says, "My friend, I have great need of you." And he looks to Gloin as well and says, "And perhaps you too, Master Gloin. Your help would be sorely appreciated." Hey, nice helmet.
Yeah, and he's like still kind of recovering from the moment that just passed of recovering. Receiving it, places it down on the table. What do you need?
I need you with me down on the fields. Briefly, but
But I got.
We're very busy, Halloweth. We've got things are you
I
Like right now.
It will take but a moment. I need your, and he kind of looks a little uncomfortable. I need your faith, and your love of stone.
I mean, there's stranger ways to ask for my love.
love
you
of
know.
stone, Beery. Love of stone.
Oh, well, there's plenty of that. How about this? Favor for a favor. Hold this. And he's currently been his hands were busy making this like cylinder of very similar to what Halweth has on his back.
A cylinder.
But there's more rows of them, of these springs. And it's just a encapsulated cylinder, and there's like little spokes on either side. Hold that.
Holding.
Don, could I just make a really quick, just a little quick craft check real quick to wrap something
As
up?
I said in the beginning, break my game. Make a craft check. Go for it.
Let Beery cook. Let Beery cook.
Yay.
No, this works out perfect.
This entire battle is just going to be. Did you Gandalf?
No way.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna walk away just to cool my jets.
there's no sixes, but we're looking
It
good.
doesn't matter. You got a
Just go ahead.
Gandalf. Who
Just go ahead.
cares?
Go ahead. Describe whatever you want.
What have you got? What have you got? What am I holding, Beery?
Yeah,
Max,
yeah,
you're the GM now.
Yeah, all right. So, play pause right here.
Yeah,
All I
yeah,
need to
yeah,
do
hold
is put the axle through this and connect all of them together. And which is actually kind of cool, Zach, because you just unveiled that Haloweth is actually a really talented metalworker. So
He's a
we're,
very
like,
good
doing
smith.
this
Yeah.
as buddies, and
Yeah,
we're
okay.
crafting for like this is literally like a 5-minute little detail,
Fantastic.
and with like a final little like ratchet. All right, it's done. Place it under his arm. Let's go. Actually, as we leave, can Beery bark out a couple orders to the rest of the dwarves?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
And this is the last of it, I promise.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I got butterflies. So he's going to, there are a couple things on carts, and can he send teams of dwarves and repair tools and materials to like artillery stations, mainly like the ballistas.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. You know, like there's like 2 or 3 carts, maybe 4.
Okay.
And like split all these dwarves into little teams of like repair teams and utility.
Okay.
That's it.
So
it.
so so
They're like pit
wh-
crews.
They're pit
what-
crews.
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to repair the trebuchets, or is this going to be a surprise thing later?
No, well, so there's something on the carts.
Okay.
3, maybe 4 of them. But there's something on the carts. Of course, they're underneath like a cool.
Okay.
You know?
Reveal it when you think it necessary, but they know what to do. The dwarves know what to do, and they're ready to go. Okay.
But there's also, I'm just saying it for the future, there's materials and tools loaded in these carts as like repairs as needed for letting the dwarves do their thing.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go, Hal.
On me.
All right. Halloweth, what are you
Yeah.
trying to do?
Halloeth exits through the great gate and stares out at the fields of Pelennor and wanders in with Beri on one side and Gloin on the other. And he kneels down to the ground and puts his hands on the earth and he says, "Gentlemen, hands on my shoulders, if you will."
Beery takes a knee, places a hand on his shoulder, but also he too places a hand in that rich
Perfect.
soil.
I'm assuming Gloin does the same.
He does.
Fantastic. He says, "My dwarfs, my great crafters, focus every aspect of yourselves on saving Minas Tirith, the city of white stone. Focus on its purity. Focus on its sanctuary and the love you have for the mountains behind us, our escape, our savior. Channel all of that into me right now."
Okay. Through Beery's mind instantly goes to what the sound of shale scraping over itself as, piles of earth run down mountainsides. The gleam of gold or copper after uncovering a vein of ore to the glow of the Arkenstone.
Fabulous. Haloweth will feel all of that. and two things will happen. One, and I'll roll for as much. I let Don know one part of this, and I kept the other part secret.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The first part, which Don knows, Halloweth will channel all of that into the rocks and stone and the shale, and all of that aspect will go into the fields of Pelennor and sharpen. He'll try and mold the stone underneath the grass, underneath the earth, into razor sharp rocks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Completely hidden by the earth, by the grass, to be opened up at Halloweth's behest.
Mm-hmm.
The second
The
part.
second part? Yeah, tell me the second
Okay.
part now.
The love of the Arkenstone, particularly, will go all into the gate itself. And he will try and forge the great gate to be overcome, not with necessarily the beautiful wood, but over that will come a sheet of white, solid rock.
Fuck. That's cool. Okay. So here's what
What
I'm
do you
gonna
got,
say.
Marshall?
I would love it
The-
to glimmer. It's going to glimmer like mithril.
Here's what's gonna
be
happen.
beautiful.
Here's what's gonna happen. That's cool, and I like it. All three of us, Beery, Halloweth, and Gloin, are going to make lore checks. Halloweth, you have favor. Beery, you do not, and Gloin is going to roll at ill favor. If one of you succeeds, I increase the HP of the gate by 50. If two of you succeed, I increase it by 75. If all three of us succeed, I increase it by 100. Fair?
Oh my God, here we go.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Lore checks, gentlemen. Let's do this.
Already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Gloin rolled a Gandalf.
Yes!
Let's go.
Incredible. I
Did
got
both of you succeed?
I got 2 6s on my. I beat my target number by. Hang on.
Oh,
Wait.
God, do the math.
I beat it by 16
Oh my God.
with 2 6s.
Oh my God.
Let him
All right.
cook.
I beat mine by 1. It was tight.
Okay. I'm going to let you know, Halloweth, you have successfully taken out a pretty significant obstacle of the gate is going to open by nearly doubling the HP of the gate.
Boom.
Well done.
Thank you, Halloweth. Thank you, Halloweth.
Okay.
General
Amazing.
Halloweth.
Okay. Take a
Good.
hope point. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sick.
Take a hope point.
There you
And you know
go.
what? Take a fellowship point, the two of you. That was beautiful.
Nice.
I love that. And
Excellent. Beautiful.
yeah, it's not a
I
skill
feel
thing.
like, before releasing Halloweth's shoulder, Beery's gonna stare up at the gates and just kind of get a little misty-eyed and damn it, man, it's beautiful.
Well, it was crafted with your love, and that's all I needed.
Hey, Hal, before, all this. Now, you know what? I'll see you after the battle. Don't forget to keep count. Gives him a little pat on the arm.
Oh, I will be, my friend.
Do you two need a moment, or should we?
Shut up!
And kiss.
Oh, live chat's freaking out right now. I just know it. Okay. That was awesome. Does anyone else have anything they want to do before we get into this?
I think the only person here who could even follow that is Arwen. So no, I have nothing.
Arwen's waiting to hear from Faramir. Arwen's cooking.
Cool. We will say that sometime afterwards, I'm so excited. Because I don't really get to like role play all that much as far as NPCs and speeches go. And Erkirion started, rubbing off on me in terms of his speech giving stuff. So we will say that right around like midday, as things are finalizing, being prepared, the Oiliphants in the distance move even closer to Osgiliath as the siege is almost about to begin. You all are going to be asked to head to the Citadel and just listen to Faramir, give him all of your information about what your forces are going to be doing, all of that kind of stuff. Hallowith will say you tell him about the gate. He's very thankful about that. The Rohirrim are out in the field, sort of over the hill, as you mentioned. Kate, Aowen is sort of like, all right, you're a potential last line of defense if we need it to sort of repel the forces. All of that is sort of leading to this moment where you all, as well as Grimbjorn and Erkirion and Annex and any number of generals. Elrond is there. Eomer is there. Basically everybody. This is the Avengers Endgame team up moment where you're all in one room together and the crowd goes wild. Except Faramir is going to look at all of you from his chair and say, I'm sorry that you are all here. Potentially the last day of your life. You should be home. I should not be here. Not in this chair, not in this position I'm in, but... And he waits for like a hot second, just trying to contemplate what to say. And I think you would all get the sense that, like, he's new to this. Speeches was Boromir's job. Leading was his dad's job. But here he is, thrust into leadership without wanting it. But as I think all of my players know, sometimes the best leaders are the ones that don't want the job. He's going to remain silent for a moment. I should not be here. I should not be the one leading you. I should not be the one you look to for hope. That should be Boromir. And when he does, he looks at Baragon, the human that he referenced last episode, one of his second in commands. It should have been our king, Aragorn. And he looks at you, Arwen. It should be an elf of great power. And he looks at the elves as well as Elrond, Glorfindel, all of them, or perhaps a dwarven king of great renown. It should not be me. But then he kind of chuckles a little bit to himself. But it should not be you here either. You should be in your homes. You should be in your mountains, your forests, your cities. You should be with your loved ones. You should be treasuring the small moments that make life so precious. The laughter over a mug of ale. The hammer of work in the forge, the sound of wind through the trees. None of us should be here. But we are. The enemy is at our gate. And he kind of looks down at the ground, contemplative. And without looking up, he says, and I am frightened. So I give you all leave to go, if you will. Turn back. No one in Middle-earth has any right to ask any more of you than what you have already given, so I give you this moment. Go back to your homes, go back to your families. Spend what time is left with those you care most about. Defend what you love. And his bottom lip starts to quiver a little bit. But if you choose to stay, stay. Because if we fight, we have a chance. A chance for tomorrow. A chance for peace. I confess in my darkest moments, I sought the use of the Palantir like my father before me. It claimed his life and it claimed my legs. But I do not regret my action, you see. Because I learned something. Our enemy does not see us as equals. They see us as those that can be controlled, as slaves, as something less than. And they mean to decide our fates for us. But that is not for them to decide. That is for us to decide. And I choose to stay and fight. And so I ask all of you, will you stay? And at this moment, I am going to have each of you answer yes or no. And in a very real moment, I'm going to step out of the game. If at any point you believe that this is too much, you can run. You can use the escape tunnel to get out of here because, and I want to stress this as the lore master, there is a chance you do not make it out of this. If the city is overrun, we will move to the escape portion and go level by level as you try and flee the city. There is a chance not all of you make it out. Eowyn, do you stay?
Eowyn will look over at Tanel and take her hand, and she looks at Tanel when she says, "Of course I will stay." It's for you,
Tanel.
live chat.
Danelle just like smiles and with her free hand just takes out her sword and just lifts it.
Alueth.
We will be their undoing. And lifts his spear.
Beery.
Beery's nowhere to be seen.
Okay. Tariel.
Tariel just unsheaths her daggers, crosses them over her chest, and bows.
Arwen.
Arwen says, I abandoned all thought of immortality long ago. I have stared death in the face for a while. We will fight.
Halberad.
I pack up my shit. I'm just kidding.
If anyone was going to do it, man, I knew it'd be you. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna walk up to Faramir.
Okay.
I'm gonna look down on him. And then I'm going to lower and take a knee. And then I'll like do one of those like Rocky arm shakes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I look him in the eye, and I'm like, I swear to you, I will not let the White City fall. No.
Yes!
I turn around and I draw my sword.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I
So
said
excited.
I got one more. I got one.
What do you got? What do you got?
Get it!
I draw my sword and I raise it up in the air, and I say, "Show no mercy, for you shall receive none."
Yeah.
And I go,
Period.
"Let's fight." I'm
The
done.
most halberd thing ever.
Oh,
Yeah!
man.
right.
From underneath the chair, you hear like a ratchet. Zzz, 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 zzz. And then Beery pops up from behind. Okay, amazing speech. Points down to his armrests of his chair. And some levers
Okay.
have popped up from underneath.
Okay.
The cylinder that Halloweth just helped him build has fitted into the spokes of his wheels, and they have that cylinder is a collection of those coil springs, and they are all fully charged. It is an assist, almost like how an electric bike, how you can still pedal and move, but it's an assist, or he can even unload all the springs at once and charge. He looks over to one of the guards standing next to him with holding like the Gondorian tower shield, and it's missing something, and he yanks it from the guy. Fights, but and then with a couple quick little brackets and a little tack hammer, mounts it in front of the shins of his battle chair.
Yeah, let's go. I see. I knew that we could not begin until Beery fucking tricked out this chair. It was one thing that remained.
Okay.
It's like a hybrid. He can charge
yeah.
it going down hills.
Okay. Max, we're gonna work out the mechanics of that later, but I'm gonna say for right
Totally up to you.
now, if we get to the escape portion, Faramir is going to have favor on his athletics checks at the very least. I'm gonna talk to you either after this episode or not to work out how that's gonna work. Well done. Take a hope point, each of you, and add one fellowship point. Actually, wait, no,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add 7 fellowship points
Oh
to the
my
pool.
god.
Holy
We-
God.
Let me
What?
cook. I will also say at this point, Grimbjorn, who is also there, lets out a bellowing roar. Kirion just gives a sharp nod. No inspiring speech needed from him because Faramir just gave a pretty good one.
Mm.
And Haldir, silent as ever, is just going to look on and say, let's get started. And now we are going to
Wait.
move. Oh, we got one more. We got one more thing. We got things. Go ahead.
Where is Raval?
Raval is
Yeah.
with Havari in the Houses of Healing currently. If you would like to see him, we can role play that before we
Nope.
begin.
Don't need to
Okay.
see him. Just wanted to know his whereabouts.
Okay, Arwen.
I just have a quick logistics question. She would already know this, so just gonna ask.
Yeah.
Has Asgiliath been evacuated, or are there
Yes.
forces at Asgiliath?
No, there are no forces in Osgiliath.
Okay, then I think Arwen does have a question for Captain Faramir, and you said Glorfindel is there.
Glorfindel's there as well. Yes.
Okay, Captain Faramir,
Hmm.
a request for you. May
Please.
Lord Glorfindel and I approach Asgiliath first before any of our forces unleash. I think we have some business to attend to with the river.
Make me a persuasion check. If you succeed, he's going to say yes. I'm going to let you cook on this one. And I said break my game, but yeah, let's do it.
Oh, she's combining the lores. She's combining the
You're gonna
lores.
do it?
I see what she's
Let's
doing.
go.
Yes,
Oh,
do
Oh,
it.
that's
Come
cool.
on.
That is cool. Give me them white
Alrighty.
horses.
Yeah, I got like 12 more than my target number. So.
Too
Jesus.
powerful.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Faramir is just going to look at you and say, good luck.
We won't need it.
Certainly hope so. Master Beery, can you explain once again how this contraption?
Yeah. So the springs, they're all tight right now. So be very careful, but just kind of ease forward on those levers to go forward.
Okay. He does so. Max, how fast does this
It's
go?
mainly like an assist. Like have you guys ever ridden like an electric assisted bike? Yeah, it's just a little bit
Oh.
of pressure. But
Hell yeah.
he can like fucking floor it, and then all of those springs that are in succession can like release all at once, and then he could straight do some burnouts. But then the springs will be out of potential.
Got
energy.
it. Okay, excellent. I will keep that in mind. Thank you. Before we begin the siege proper, last chance. Beery.
It's all right. I just remember like a good way to visualize this. You remember those like little race cars that you pull back and then they go forward? Same principle.
Same idea. I love it.
Same idea.
I love it.
But there's a lot of them.
All right.
Anyways,
All right. The preparations are made, conversations are had, the day has dawned, and the sun is high in the sky, probably around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I was going to start with a Zone 1 attack, or excuse me, a Zone 3 attack.
I was like,
in
what?
In Osgiliath. No,
On the
sorry.
gate. Oh no.
No,
They're
nope.
right here.
Their
Almost
scouts
pow!
have found us.
Yeah. But we're gonna cut to Anna Maria, who has decided to pull some shenanigans. Anna Maria,
Get it, girl.
Let's go.
What are you doing? Tell me.
Real quick, shout out to Halloweth, who literally just inspired me. I'm like, you're so right. Let's be proactive. I think Glorfindel and Arwen thunder across the field towards the Anduin on their white steeds. And so the incoming orcs just see two lone figures on horseback across the river, standing completely still, waiting for them to begin fording the river.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Anna Maria, how many points, skill points do you have in awe of 6?
I'm at 3 out of 6.
Cool. Add a 4th one and make me an awe check, please.
I prefer to picture them as 2 beacons of light.
Oh, I'm gonna describe this
Oh, they're
just like the books.
glowing.
I was gonna,
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
Silmarils here.
Like Glorfindel's a literal goddamn angel, basically.
The
So
two trees
Literally.
just standing across the river.
Yeah.
Period. Okay. 11, 17. I got 2 6s. 11, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 27. I had a 4th.
Wait, 27?
29, 30, 30, 31.
31
Okay.
with 46?
What the? We're like on the wall, like, oh my god, it's so bright.
Okay.
And yeah, and they don't do anything until multiple orcs are in the water.
Okay.
So let me know.
So okay, so I can't beat that. Just from the mechanics I made, and it seems rude to try and one up you by just lying and saying that I can. So here's what I'm gonna say. The way the siege mechanics work, you were originally going to have a group of 100 orcs that is going to be this sort of vanguard, the assault force. With a successful awe check, as you and Glorfindel stand, where are you? Tell me, describe how this gloriousness works.
100%. So I think on our ride there, I kind of filled Glorfindel in. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like you can do what I've got in mind, right? And so as the orcs begin to pour into the water, Arwen and Glorfindel dismount, and they both wade into the water themselves and begin to chant simultaneously in Elvish, Nino Hithaglir Lasso Bethdair, like calling upon the waters flowing down from the misty mountains to exterminate the darkness. And it takes a little bit longer than it might have in Rivendell, but we begin to see the waves crash higher and higher, and you can almost discern the forms of horses in the crashing waves. And I think Arwen and Glorfindel begin to glow with an unearthly light.
1, I love you. 2, everybody at a hope point. And here's what I'm gonna do.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to bring up our battle map. For those listening on the podcast, there is an army of orcs with the number 100 labeled on it. I'm just going to reduce that to 50, and that is now the target number you need to beat for your initial onslaught of the orcs.
Right.
That was the coolest thing you could have done in that moment.
As Tariel and her forces see this, like, where are we? Have we gathered now?
I think
into a
you're either
place where
at the
we-
Citadel or you're prepping to fight as we speak.
Okay, so I would perhaps like to think that at this point Tariel has taken a good chunk of her forces, and she's doing last minute preps, putting people on the walls, and still in that very upper tier where the Citadel is, seeing these 2 shining beacons ride out and the waves rising, she will just shout with one of her daggers thrust in the air, Undomiel! And all of the forces of Mirkwood around her will begin to cry, Undomiel! And you'll hear the call being taken up through the tiers of Minas Tirith.
You see one of the
T-E-A-R.
figures.
T-I-E-R-S.
You see from far one of the figures raises a shining sword in response.
The chills.
I love this game.
Meanwhile, Beery's on the wall like, shit, the sea monster's back.
And I think Arwen and Glorfindel just sort of watch it, and as the waves subside, they ride back. And then I think like Arwen finds Faramir and as many of you as are around, and it's like, that is probably the most I can do in this battle. When you need the tide turned and fear stricken in their hearts through the army of the dead, let me know. I pass it to you now.
Faramir is speechless. There are no words that I as Dawn can say as Faramir to encompass what just happened. Thank you for being the most iconic person in the last 2 minutes.
Thank you,
We're
Halloweth.
going-
Halloweth, I was like, Halloweth's so smart. Let's get this out of the way.
Brilliant.
Wipe them out.
Everybody ready?
Oh yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Round 1 of the siege begins. As in Zone 3, you all are going to watch as the orcs retreat back from behind the river, having lost a significant number of their forces because of Arwen and Glorfindel, because fear, as you know, is just as much of a motivator to retreat as losing your forces. And both, there's nothing like it. So here's what I am going to do as we start. Round 1. I would like everybody to choose where they are going to be. You can be an archer. You can attack zones 1 and 2. You can control a ballista, also zones 1 and 2. Or you control one of the trebuchets. I will allow all 4 of the trebuchets to fire this turn if you would all like to be on. There are 4 oilifants with like catapult, slingshot, rudimentary things, like people that clearly don't know how siege weapons work because they're animals and not all of them have opposable thumbs. This is thrown together, but it's working. They are going to start the opening volley. And here is how the enemy portion of this is going to work. I have 6 d6s. And the oilifants and the trolls who are attempting to attack Minas Tirith are going to roll those 6 d6s. And they are going to, every turn, reduce the target number that they need to hit, which I'm not going to tell you, that will destroy either a landmark, so something like the Forge, something like the Houses of Healing, or a trebuchet. If I successfully hit, one of those things is destroyed, I will roll a d12 to figure out which one it is. If they miss, the target number drops by an amount, so that when they reload and then the next turn, it is more likely that they hit as they try and dial in the ability to hit the important parts of Minas Tirith. I will now begin the first roll of the siege as the opening volley starts.
One
I
last,
will let
sorry,
you-
one last question. Could
Go
you
ahead.
mark where the trebuchets are?
The trebuchets are where the oilifants are on your screen right now.
Oh,
So
okay, I
these
see it. They're not
4
out,
right
okay.
here. Yeah, no,
I got it.
the trebuchets that you control are coming up in a moment.
Okay, that was my
So,
question.
all right. So just so you know, I need to roll a 34 of 36 to start from 3d6. So this
Oh
opening
my
volley
God.
will likely either go wide or hit places that are abandoned or unimportant, but it is possible. Here we go. Oh, that's too many 3s and 1s. Not a chance. All right. Round 1, you guys watch as everybody in zone 3 watches these oilifants have these enormous stones loaded into these slingshot trebuchet things that get launched towards Minas Tirith. But they hit either the mountains or they hit unimportant buildings that have long since been abandoned as the people of Minas Tirith attempt to centralize where they are so that you don't lose as many people. No one is in zone 2 currently, so I am going to have Arwen, as you and Glorfindel make your way back, I am going to advance the orcs, those 50 now, to zone 2. And then you will see as well, oh, sorry, what's up?
No, I was gonna say I think it would make the most. I think Arwen, because she's so mobile with Shadowfax, like she's just so fast. I think it would make the most sense for her to like drift around in the field and like worry about archery for now. Especially, are those fell beasts in the
Yes,
sky?
they are. Here's what I'm going to tell you, the player, Anna Maria.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You will get picked off like Faramir's forces retreating from Osgiliath in the Peter Jackson movie, The Return of the King. I'm just like, look, I don't want you to die turn 1 of this multiple round thing. Don't
We
do
call
that.
the river and we get murked immediately.
You're goddamn right you do. Congratulations. Wow. Okay. So Arwen, would you like to make your way back to the city, or and again, do you want to stay? I will allow you to stay, but I will tell you you probably shouldn't do that. Who is going to be an archer on turn 1? Who is rolling 2d6s so that when the forces attack, you can attack in zone 1 or 2?
Is there any point of being attacking something which is in zone 1 or 2 if there's nothing there right now?
So as of right now, the archers can attack zones 1 and 2, so you could potentially weaken anything from the orcs 50 from zone 2. Because zone 2's ballistas require a scan check first. So you're almost like guaranteeing
see, right.
damage
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
an archer. With a
Fine.
ballista, you're going to deal more damage, but there's a chance you miss.
Fine.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
just
that's-
volleying if you're an archer at this
Yeah.
point.
No, that's okay. Halworth isn't going to do anything right now,
Okay.
because he's going down to his. He's going to go down to the field, like, not to do his thing.
You're going to do that now.
Well, he's going to wait until they get over, until the huge horde of orcs. Are
Okay. Cool.
Uh,
Cool.
Yeah.
So here's how we're going to do it. Zone 1 archers. Who is being an archer in D6? Tariel, you raised your hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody
Seems
else?
to make the most sense.
Okay, cool. Zone 2, ballistas.
Hi.
Okay. It's Beery, Tanel, Halbarad. Zone 3, trebuchets.
I'll
Alright.
do one.
I mean, can we
Okay.
do more than one?
I don't know what to do.
You can switch between siege weapon types in between rounds, but as of right now, this is going to be round 1 as you try and destroy the orcs and the creatures and any number of things that come at you. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. All right, so Aowen, you are in zone 3. Arwen is, hang on. My data resets at midnight. She is managing. Arwen rides back to the city and is at the other's disposal with a fast horse. Cool.
Perfect.
Nice.
Poor thing.
Are the Olivants moving at all? Can they get across the
No,
river?
no.
Yeah, does it look like they're coming?
It does not seem as though they are charging. They are keeping their distance.
Okay,
Ooh,
good to know.
okay.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna leave. I never edit anything out anyway. Your zones are chosen. The music is ready. Thank you, Cullen. We are going to take our 5-minute break there, and when we come back, the siege of Minas Tirith begins. See you all in 5 minutes. Woo! All right. And welcome back. Unfortunately, we have lost Katiosaurus because of something she had to go take care of very last minute that came up. That is okay. I have designed this system to be flexible with the number of people we had because we might one day have 12 people in this siege. Next episode, we're going to see what happens. The music you're hearing under me is Cullen Vance. We are going to begin with our roles for the players round 1. Zone 1, Tariel, please roll me 2d6s.
That's 2 1s.
2 1s. You have successful.
Off to a great start.
An amazing start. You guys can see my Photoshop screen, yes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I am going to now reduce that by 48, or 248. Reduced it by 2. Zone 2, Beery, Tanel, Halbarad. I need successful scan checks from all of you before you can roll 2d6s.
Well, Tanel has keen sight, but because of Beery's scope, I do not need to make a scan check on ballistas or trebuchets.
Fantastic. Tanel, roll me 4d6s.
With pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Halbarad, Beery, tell me if your scan checks are successful.
23.
23, that is successful. Halbarad.
I got a 16.
16, that beats your target number. Roll me 4d6s, all of you. Tanel, if you've already done it, I see the disappointment on your face.
There's nothing above a 3, so I've rolled an 8 total.
8 total, bringing the orc army down to 40. Now, I want to just clarify. This does not mean that there are 40 orcs charging at you. This is just the numerical portion. I want you to imagine hundreds
HP.
of orcs. It's kind of like their HP, but
Perfect.
it's this whole big army of orcs. I am actually going to take Kate's turn with Eowyn because you can only have so many trebuchets. So you all are going to watch as Eowyn, in a bit of really cool, awesome stuff, standing next to Grimbjorn and Erkirion and Haldir and those that are not here, they're all operating this trebuchet together, are going to roll 66s because the Ents that you have successfully recruited are going to lift this enormous piece of slag onto this trebuchet. And you're going to watch as Alatar uses his magical power. I need to mark off some hope points because during the Brennan episode, I kind of tipped my hand at how the magical system works that I built without telling any of you. So they are going to burn some hope points to light this piece of slag on fire as they cover it in oil and shoot it out into Pelennor Fields, trying to aim at, I'm going to roll a d12 since Katie is not here. On a 7 or higher, it hits the orcs. On a 6 or lower, they are going to aim for the Oiliphants. Okay? It's an Eye of Sauron. Okay. It's not a bad thing. That's just who they're going to aim for. So 66, they're trying to hit the Oiliphants. That is 5, 6. Not quite high enough for the trebuchets. However, that total number that you need to hit for the trebuchets is going to come down by a number. You're not going to know. Whoever is on trebuchets is just going to tell me. All right. So that was turn 1. All of you.
Beery got 14.
Oh, I'm sorry, Beery. You hit a 14.
Yeah.
Which zone are you aiming for? Are you aiming for the orcs or are you aiming
Number
for
2, all the orcs, yeah.
Okay, cool. So 40 minus 14 is 26. Fantastic. So just to clarify, you guys have gone from 100 orcs in number value to 26 as we begin round 2.
I never said my damage either.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Halbarad, go right ahead.
I rolled 14 damage. And is there a way I can aim for the fell beast?
Ooh.
Yes, you can aim for the fell beast. Sorry, tell me what you rolled again.
14 damage.
14. So the way the fell beasts works, it's not doing damage to the. Or wait, no, sorry, you're on ballistas, right?
Both of us are, yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. I messed that up. All right, so Fell Beast. 14 damage. Okay, you guys are going to watch as Halbarad lines it up, shoots it, and clips one of the wings as the ballista arrow goes through the wing. It's taken some hits. Okay, Fell Beast has taken 14 damage. Here's what we're going to do now.
Clutch.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done. I am now going to make visible all of the zones of the orcs. For those listening on the podcast, there are 3 images with some numbers on orcs. This group of 26 is now going to become a zone 1 problem.
Why?
Why? Because they're at the gate and they're going to start making an attack. Okay.
That was quick.
Right. So hang on, let me move this here. So the orcs move up to zone 1. It is unclear. There are none in zone 2, and there are an unknown number in zone 3. The wall is going to take 26 points of damage. Now, the wall has a certain number of HP. The number of orcs that are at the gate every turn are going to deal damage to that. It can compound and it can become exponential. So it is important to, while taking care of the fell beasts and the bats and birds that are flying with them, Grabine of Dunland, take care of them as well and take care of the Oilifants. But the gate is technically going to be taking damage each turn.
Secondly, Halweth is going to see the orcs advancing heavily up on the gate. He doesn't really want to be the only man on the field facing however many orcs that would be by himself. He has some semblance of self-preservation. So he's going to go up onto the gate and use the oil and the rocks on the front gate.
Okay.
And try and pour that down onto the 26 remainder to try and fix that problem.
Cool. Here is how the oil mechanics work. Excuse me. Here's how the oil mechanics work. I need you to roll me 2d6s. If you roll higher than a certain number, which I'm not going to tell you just yet, you will be able to roll 1 more, and so the oil will be 3d6s.
I got both of them are 3s.
Both of them are 3s. So you deal 3 damage, but that is not high enough. So you watch in zone 1 as the orcs take some losses, but there is still 23. So the wall is now going to take 23 points of damage. The rest of you are going to watch as in zone 3, another 20 orcs appear. And they will be making their way... Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, the zone 2 orcs are not there yet. They will be making their way towards the city. So we will start in descending order, in ascending order. So zone 1, the wall takes 26 points of damage. Zone 2, the fell beasts are going to attempt to attack the ballistas and trebuchets to attempt to destroy them. You will have the opportunity to repair if any of them get damaged if I roll high enough. I do not roll high enough. That is a 5, 3, a 2, and a 1 for a total of 11. That does not hit. You guys watch as the fell beasts swooping in from zone 2 down to zone 1, literally trying to just destroy as much as humanly possible, and they can't do it. It's still there. Albarad, what's up?
While the foul beasts are close, may I please activate net?
Yes, you may. So, for those that I haven't released it yet, so they won't know. Justin and I had a solo session like a year and a half ago, in which it was more than a year though, yeah. In which we had a design choice. Release the net, Halbarad. Please roll me. What did I say? Did I give you the numbers already?
Nope.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me 4d6s. On a successful hit, you will ensnare one of the 2 fell beasts and have it plummet to the ground.
Okay. 46, right?
4d6s, please.
On top of a d12 or just 4d6?
No. Just flat 4d6.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That is a 6, a 6, a 2, and a 4. So 12,
18.
16, 18 damage, please.
Okay. You guys watch as one of the fell beasts drops out of the sky as a net from one of these ballistas opens wide, and almost in like, you know those things that they use to catch birds with the tennis balls and the nets? Well, picture that, but not being held by a human, being manned by several dwarves and humans, and Halbarad just says, fire! And it wraps it around, and the stones and the knives dig into the skin, and the fell beast falls to the ground, and one of them is gone. Well done. Well done. Well done. Ooh, rid of that. Okay. The fell beast in zone 2, having missed, is going to circle back around. He is going to retreat from zone 1 to zone 2. You'll be able to attack later. I am now going to make the rolls for the Oilifants in the catapults. Ooh. 10, 15, 20. 20 does not hit. You guys watch as these stones get thrown every which way, but again, they're landing either wide. They haven't quite adjusted their aim yet. That is the enemy turn.
And it doesn't appear that the Oliphants are going to make any advance.
As of right now, it seems as though they are keeping their distance.
Okay.
I think whatever Anna Maria did kind of spooked them.
So
Fair enough.
all the Oliphants are across the river.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Halbarad, what's up?
What is the health of the door?
I am not going to tell you that mechanically at this moment, but I
Is
will
it
give
bloodied?
you No.
How's the door
No.
looking?
The gate is not
Is
bloody.
the door grappled?
No, the door is not grappled. It is all of your turns now. Would anybody like to switch zones, or would you like to stay?
Same.
I'll stay. I
Same.
haven't done anything yet.
Tanel's gonna move to the trebuchet.
Okay. With Eowyn. Got it.
Yeah. Do I need to
Oh.
make an athletics check to do that? Or no?
Because so you can thank Halbarad for this, because when you want to move positions, you have to let me know, and if there is enough danger, I will basically say, hey, you have to make an athletics check to dodge a fell beast or dodge an arrow or dodge anything like that. But you don't have to, because Halbarad got rid of the one and the other one retreated by not hitting. So you are now successfully, with no problems, up by the trebuchets. We start in zone 1. Tariel, archers. Go ahead and roll me 2d6s.
I rolled an 8 with a 6.
An 8 with a 6. Okay, so the 6s are not necessarily important in this case.
Okay.
They don't really add any extra benefit.
Okay.
But you deal 14 points of damage at the gate. And it occurs to me I should have a calculator out, because I am a neurodivergent person that is bad at
9.
math. 9? Thank you. All right, so 9 points of damage. Zone 2, Beery, Halloweth, where are you? I don't think I have you on my sheet.
I was on the wall, pouring oil down.
That's right, you were doing the oil.
Before I begin, because this is important for
Yeah.
Barry and Halloweth, how many did I get last round? Just as
Oh, yeah. You rolled how many? It was 3d6s, and you rolled.
I got 3 on each dice, so it was 3 and 3.
It was
Three,
6.
So you got 6
I rolled
total.
6 total with 2d6 that I rolled.
I mean, that's almost half as what Beery got.
Zach, Max, I am going to ask that the two of you just keep track of that, because I've got.
Oh yeah, you got
now.
plenty going on, buddy.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, zone 2. That is Beery and Halbarad. Halloweth, where are you?
I'm on the wall still, but I'm gonna go man archers. I'm gonna go with archers.
Okay,
for
cool.
this- for this particular
Before
round.
we go to zone 2, then roll me 2d6s, Halloweth.
A 6 and a 1.
A 6 and a 1. All right, so with 7, you successfully. Oh, sorry. Are you trying to take out the orcs, or are you trying to take out the fell beast?
I'm aiming at the orcs at the gate. I'm trying to wipe these orcs out.
Got it. Okay, so you bring that down to 2. So at the beginning of my next turn, that wall is only going to take 2 damage. All right, unless we knock it down to 0. Beery, Halbarad, you are in zone 2. Go ahead and roll me.
Successful scan.
Okay, Halbarad, did you succeed in your scan check?
Oh, I did not roll my scan check. Let me
No
scan.
worries.
2d6, right? That is a 10 plus 5 plus 9. That's 19. That does beat my target number.
Okay. The scan check successful. Roll me 4d6s.
Okay.
And tell me what you're aiming for.
Let's finish off the fell beast that's still in the air.
Okay. Sounds good.
Is
You
that
have
okay?
to. Well, tell me what you roll first, because you might not hit it.
Okay.
They have a target number. So you're going after the fell beast, Beery. You going after the orcs of the fell beast?
Oh man, there's only 2. The amount of 2, not 2 orcs, but there's a health of 2 orcs, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's a 25
like a small-
scan.
25 scan. Yep.
Let's go over to that fell beast.
Okay. Go after the fell beast. What do you roll on your
13.
13 does not hit. Halbarad.
I rolled 16 damage.
A 16 also does not hit. So this is the target number you're basically aiming for. The
Oh,
fell
then I
beast.
rolled a 19 for my target number.
I rolled a 25.
Okay, sorry, hang
Remember?
on. Just
Deep
real
breath,
quick.
Don.
Yeah, sorry. The scan check you're making is to
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
the
yes,
scan
yes.
check is first, and then the number of d6s is whether or not you hit
Damn it.
the fell beast. Yeah, sorry about
My
that. That was
apologies.
no,
Okay.
you're good. This is fluid. We're moving.
So scan first.
Okay.
Turn. That is a 8 plus 5 plus 1. Okay.
Okay, sorry. Tell me your total.
14, I believe.
Okay, 14 does not hit, unfortunately. Beery?
Thought we already did. Am I getting deja vu? It was 25 to hit the fell beast.
It was 25. You rolled a 25?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, fell beast is still up, but you watch as the ballista arrow goes through the other wing. It's not looking great. It's like really struggling to fly. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a roll here because there's a retreat mechanic on a 9 or higher. It flees the battlefield. That's a 10. That is a 10 here. I'm making a judgment call in that moment.
Nice.
Fell beast's gone. Okay, this one removed. You guys are killing it. All right.
Chicken.
Fell beast,
Fantastic.
more like flea beast. I'm
Oh,
working
no.
on it. I'll workshop it.
We're gonna workshop it. We're gonna
Okay.
workshop it.
We'll come
Almost
back. We'll
there.
come back
Yeah.
to it.
All right. Tanel, you are up with Eowyn. And for the sake of ease, I'm just going to go ahead and roll Eowyn's stuff.
Yeah, I do not need to make a scan check.
You do not.
For
No. So roll
keen
me
sight.
three d6s. I will let you know now. You need to beat a 34.
3d6 or 6d6?
I'm sorry. For the trebuchets, it's 66. You need to
Yes.
beat a 34. They're moving.
Oh, no.
No.
There's 4 ones.
Ooh, no. Okay, so the trebuchet, it goes wide. These elephants are moving, or excuse me, these oilifants are moving left, right, and center, trying to get every which way.
There's a
Arwen,
couple
do we-
elven curses that go out.
For sure.
Know where I am. I don't
That's
know
okay.
where I am.
I think I forgot to ask you. And this is so chaotic because we've lost Katie and you already succeeded in destroying most of my forces to begin with. What zone would you like to be in? I'll allow you to attack wherever you'd like this turn.
For sure. Where are the Ents? What's going on with the Ents?
So the Ents are operating the trebuchets. So
Gotcha,
rather than
okay.
what I was originally going to do and make them, you have to reload every other
Okay,
turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry for continuing to ask.
No,
questions.
you're
Okay.
good. You're good. Yeah. Charlotte will come
yeah.
to you in a moment. Arwen, what's up?
I
Where are you? Where would you like to be?
I imagine that Arwen would post up near Tauriel, wherever the most elves are. Like, I think she would drag Glorfindel along until there's like reason to like go into open battle on the field.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll with 2d6s as you are on the wall as an archer.
Okay, so I just roll 2d6.
Just roll me 2d6. You have the chance to completely wipe out the orcs. They will not take any damage.
I rolled a 10.
Orcs obliterated in zone 1. Bye-bye. Gone.
Period.
Okay.
Sure.
That is round 2 successfully done. The gate takes no damage as we begin round 3. All right, so from me, zone 1, there is nothing in the orcs. At the gate, you guys are free and clear. However,
I just wanted to
Yeah. Go ahead.
trebuchets.
Oh.
Okay.
There it is.
All right.
No,
there
there
it
it
is. Yeah.
I'll allow- you know what?
Thank you.
Take a hope point.
Thank
Take
you.
a hope point.
Thank
I'll
you.
allow
Thank
it.
you so much. I'll
I'll
take
allow
that.
it.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Okay.
Okay.
Carry on. That's all.
So, zone 2, you guys are going to watch as the orcs advance across the river very trepidatiously, but that is a value of 20 into zone 2. You are then going to watch as yet another group of orcs. I'm going to move this one back because zone 3, you are now going to see an additional value of 30 orcs appear within Osgiliath.
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, so no one's in zone 1. Zone 2, the fell beasts are gone. You guys are giving me not much to do, and I love it. This is the zone 3 attacks for the oilifants. They need to beat a 32. And I rolled 3 1s in there, but also a couple of 6s, but that is not high enough to hit. The trebuchets, the Oilifant bouchets, I'm going to workshop that later. Again, these shots go wide. They're still destroying the city, right? It's still causing destruction, but it's not necessarily to anything important. You guys have done really well, and there's nothing more for me to do. We begin round 3 of all of you. Who is in zone 1 this time? Okay, we've got Tariel, Halbarad, and Arwen.
Never
Zone
mind.
2.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
There's no one at the gate, right?
There are currently no orcs at the gate. You have successfully repelled the first wave of attacks.
I'm going to stay in zone 2 then. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Okay, stay in zone 2.
Archers can hit zone 2, just as a reminder.
Yes.
But yeah.
They can. All right. Arwen, you are in zone 2. Okay. Tariel, you are still in zone 1?
I am.
Okay, fantastic. Zone 3. Who's in zone 3?
I'll go with the fire trebuchet to my Ent friends this time.
All right.
Yes, I am still in zone 3. Apologies.
Okay, fantastic. Abiri, I do not have you. Where are you?
Yeah, still running artillery.
Running artillery in
2.
zone 2. Fantastic. All right, zone 1 attacks. Tariel, you going to attack zone 2?
Do we have a finite number of arrows? I mean, I
would say
assume
for
we
the
do.
For the purposes of mechanics, no, you're going to continue to keep shooting unless. What do you have in mind? I'm willing to work with you.
Nothing. It's just that there's not an immediate threat. There will soon be, but they're if they're still way the hell out there. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a better use of this turn or this time.
So I will say this. I have sort of set the mechanics out in that you can attack the zone 2 orcs with a value of 20. If you think of something in the meantime while we have this round 3 turn for you, go for it. Tell me what you want to do, and I'll give you a certain number of d6s to roll or any mechanics you need to enact to succeed on that.
Okay. All right. Well, then so far nothing. I'll just go ahead and do one more regular roll.
Yep. 2 d6s, please.
That's 4.
4. All right. Orcs knocked down to 16 in zone 2. Zone 2, friends, give me Halloweth, Arwen, and Beery successful scan checks. Who rolls?
I'm zone 3.
I'm sorry, you are zone 3.
And I think didn't Arwen move back up to zone 1? Isn't she with?
I went zone 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that.
Sorry, there's 2 Hals, and I wrote Hal on both of them. So Halbarad, Arwen, and the Hal pals are back. And if Haldir was here, there'd be 3 of you. All right, Halbarad, Arwen, Beery, who passes their scan checks? Beery, you do. Halbarad, Arwen.
Barely, yeah.
Okay, Arwen succeeds.
I do not pass my scan check.
You
I
do
rolled
not.
a 1.
Okay,
12.
Got it. So Justin, you will not roll any d6s. Anna Maria and Max, you both will. Tell me what you roll.
Nice, laying it down on those orcs. 10.
10. Okay. 6. That is the exact number you need to completely wipe out these orcs. Holy crap.
Come on, Beery!
Yeah, hey, I feel like from like across the wall we like make eyes like, yeah, I saw that.
I love it. I love it. I'm actually going to hide the row here. I'm here for a moment.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, by all means.
So what's the deal with the ships on to the right?
So that is Sengaya, the pirate queen of one of the Corsairs of Umbar. That is an ability that I am allowing Air Kyrion to use, or at my discretion when it seems. Poor Trevor has given me that option. However, Sengaya is very scared and doesn't want to die, so she's not going to go right now.
Coward.
Okay.
Another stupid question. So had
Please.
Faramir prepared any infantry, or are we just sort of like saving that for like last minute bad vibes if we have?
Yes, in the same way that in the books there is the cavalry that attempts to remove the first sortie. Faramir has things up his sleeve, meaning Don has things up his sleeve. They will be enacted if and when they are triggered. I have certain trigger mechanics for all of these.
Sweet. But
so,
we would know.
yeah.
We would know that there's
You would-
like.
yes, you would
okay, cool.
absolutely know that there is stuff coming, because this is going to be a 2-episode siege for sure. Okay, back to my turn. So these orcs.
Nope, trebuchets.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I skipped the trebuchets. Halloweth.
You're good.
Tanel.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a roll with 66 or with something else.
Can I aim specifically, not even for the other fonts? Can I aim for the orcs this time to try and thin the numbers of the orcs themselves?
I will say, yeah, they've got, the orcs are in zone 3. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay.
27.
27. Okay.
Now we're cooking.
Damn.
Figuring it out.
22.
22 orcs in zone 3 wiped out. Y'all are doing it. Okay.
I'm suspicious.
The battlefield is
suspicious and
clear.
This is all
nervous.
you've got?
The first 3
friggin'
rounds are done.
Forces of
Don't
darkness?
say that. Don't
And
say
my
that.
players,
Charlotte.
Deeply
My-
nervous.
my players know how this is going to work.
Hmm.
Now let's get into the real shit. My turn.
Good. Let's
Fucking
go.
bring it.
So, zone 3. We're going to start in zone 3. That 30, completely gone. Going to be replaced by 50 orcs. Zone 2, you guys are going to watch as 2 more fell beasts appear far off to the side. And yet again, hang on, because I need to, hang on, this is round 4? Yes. I am going to duplicate layer. A 3rd fell beast appears in
God.
zone 2 as it flies in. And the Oiliphants are going to make their attack. They need to roll a 30 to hit you all.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24. That's very close. That's very
They're getting
close.
closer, guys.
They're getting closer, guys.
Okay.
They're getting closer. Okay. Again, the city is just, I want you to imagine like the Peter Jackson movie. The walls are still crumbling, the towers are falling around you, but it's not anything important. They haven't hit major stones, and it's a huge city. And these, these Oiliphants, they're moving around, but it's not really doing significant damage just yet. Now it's your turn. Who is in zone 1?
This eye.
All right, Tariel. Anybody else want to switch? All right, Tariel, roll me 2d6.
Yeah. Can I aim or have my archers aim for the fell beasts?
Yes. Would you like to use your ability?
I am going to use my ability to add 2d6 to my roll.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is
Come
in
on, Commander.
in successfully, for the audience listening, in successfully recruiting various player characters, you get a little bit of a bonus. And Charlotte, who is a regular cast member but was also a guest, gets one of those too. Charlotte, please tell me what you rolled.
Can I also add a hope point?
Yeah, give me an extra d6.
Great. I'm rolling 5d6 then, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Smoke
All right.
this thing.
That's 2 6s, math quickly. 10, 16, 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
That hits. You are gonna watch as the middle fell beast that is just diving right towards you. You give the order, fire! And just, if you can imagine like a pincushion fell beast, pew, 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 falls to the ground
Mm-hmm.
as the fell beast is removed. Okay, that is zone 1. Zone 2, I had Halbarad, Arwen, and Beery. Does anyone else want to join them, or does any zone 2 folk want to move?
The archers can hit zone 2, correct?
Correct.
Can I use the ability that you gave me that requires no scan checks for this round?
Yes,
So they
you
can,
may.
Take out the foul beast, please.
Yeah, go right ahead. Go ahead and roll me 2 d6s.
2d6. That is a 9 plus a 5 and a 4. That does beat my target number.
That does beat your. So you're not trying to aim your target number. You're just going to tell me the
shoot.
total, and I'm going to tell you if that hits the fell beast. And
So
in round
9, a
4.
5, and a 4. That is 18.
Which fell beast are you aiming for, left or right?
I'm gonna stay with the right.
Okay, cool. It's gone. Dead.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Okay.
All right.
Beautiful.
All right. That was Halbarad. You've got it. Arwen, Beery. Scan
Yeah.
checks, please.
He'll 100% take another shot at the
Okay.
last remaining fell beast.
Does my ability extend to Beery at all?
No,
I
it
don't
was
know if
just
I
you.
need it. I did
Oh.
a Gandalf with a 6 and 2 4s and a 3
Sorry, Max, you're rolling a d12 as well?
for a scan, right?
Oh, for the scan check. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a Gandalf.
You know what? This
The
is not
6.
something I built into the mechanics, but if you roll a Gandalf on the scan checks, I'll say you can add another d6. That's cool. I'll allow that.
Okay. 15, 20, 24.
24. Okay. Arwen, did you succeed on the scan check?
Yeah, I got a 17 on my scan check. Yeah.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll me 4 d6s. And then Beery, you rolled a 24 for the 4 d6s?
No, it was 5d6s.
Oh, okay. I thought you Max rolled here. Okay.
I also roll 46s.
You do roll 4 d6s, yes, because you were in zone 2 with the
Period.
ballista.
Okay.
Yep.
Fantastic. Incredible.
We're just popping them off.
18. Third fell beast removed from the battlefield.
Boink.
Well done, all of you. Zone 3.
Beery, I air high five you again from across.
You know what? Take a fellowship point. I'll allow it.
Adorable.
You're up to 28 now.
Goodness.
Zone 3, Halloweth and Tanel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to beat a 30.
For the hell of it, can I use a hope point to add an extra d6?
Absolutely.
Lovely.
I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm actually gonna try. I'm gonna aim for 2 of the. Well, okay, actually, I kind of gave it away there. I'm gonna aim between 2 of the Oliphants and use. What exactly are we using to? What are we firing? Rocks, right? Giant stones.
Giant pieces of stone, slag from the forges, literally anything that you can get your
Okay.
hands on.
Can
is
I
not needed.
can I ask? Can I speak to one of the Ents and say, and with Aglos, stab it right into the center of the rock and carve a huge, like, a bit like you would with a giant wheel of Parmesan cheese, just like try and carve a scrape like engravement line down the center and say to the Ents, like, smash this to make it like cleave in 2 just a bit.
Oh, so you want to try and split the stone
Split
to
the stone into
attack 2
2.
at once?
To try and do, yeah, so that they're gonna evenly try and hit. It's gonna be like,
Listen, if you pull this off, it's going to be
Yeah.
the coolest thing you've ever done.
he's
But yeah, I'll allow it.
Do it,
okay,
dude.
cool. Yeah, he's gonna do that. The Ent's gonna go like karate chop this stone in the middle.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna add a hope point to do this.
Okay, you both need to beat a 30. Let me see what you do.
I rolled a
Okay.
30.
Did you really?
Shut your mouth.
Okay,
Oh
Hell.
my god. 6,
fucking go.
4, 5, 3, 5, 3.
Did I do my math right?
My god, that's 20. That's 30. Yup. Wow.
God.
Halloweth, you have the potential to
Yep.
make
Give me a
this
second.
eat a lot faster.
Uh. 29.
Oh. Arwen.
Hmm?
That thing you did in invoking the Valar. You beat your target number by 3, right?
Something like
In invoking the help of the Valar, I am going to allow you, because I like it when my players do cool shit, to add +3 as a one-time only to destroy 3, 1 from Tanel and 2 from Halloweth, 3 of the Oliphant. Would you like
Directing our shots.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily directing your shots, just putting you over that threshold of 30
Ah.
to successfully flatten.
I think
to
yeah.
come to the
I think Arwen looks back and sees because like I think Arwen hears Halloweth like who like striking at the stone and is looking at the trebuchet, immediately understands what he's trying to do. And you just see like Arwen begin to mutter under her breath and like reach her palm over to the stone, and she just nods at you, Halloweth and Tanel.
So good.
Okay. That's
Hell yeah.
1 Oilifant down. That's 2 Oilifants down. That's 3 Oilifants down. Y'all have successfully cleared a significant portion of round 4. Well done.
This is why these bitches went extinct.
Yeah.
No.
You guys ready?
The
Because
Dice
it-
Age got them.
Oh.
No.
I can do this shit all
No.
day.
Oh my god. All right. You guys ready for round 5? Because it's my turn
Let's
now.
go.
Are we ready?
Bring it, Marshall. Come on.
So we have reached the sort of every 5 rounds stuff. And it's a really good thing you all did that, because 2 more Oilifants are going to appear.
Oh God.
Okay.
You were about to have 7. I'm letting you
Oh,
know now,
God.
you were about to have 7, and that
Yeah,
target
that's
number was
true,
going to
yeah.
be reduced. You did a good job, because that target number of 30 stays the same for me. So zone 3, 4, 8, 12, 20. Not enough. The trebuchets on the backs of these Oilifants, nothing. The stone is crumbling with around Minas Tirith, or it's hitting the mountains, or it's falling short and blocking the path of the orcs. But they don't hit any of you, most importantly. The 50 orcs are now going to move up to zone 2. So you all have them out. There are also going to be, hang on, round 5. Checking my notes here. You are going to watch in zone 3 again as 75 orcs now approach.
Okay. It's getting serious.
I told you the death was on
All
the
right,
line, right?
all
You're
right.
going up against
do
a
this.
Sicilian.
All right,
All right,
focus
I-
up, focus up.
Yep. All right, we're unlinking the layers in Photoshop. Sorry, I forgot how computers work for a hot second here. It's not like this is my job. Nope, Lorem Ipsum. I could have used roll d20, but I didn't. Okay, so you guys are going to watch as 75 come through here. Don't know why that's not working. You are also going to see 2 more fell beasts appear, 1 on the left and 1 on the right as well. Zone 2, they can't do anything. Zone 2 for the fell beasts. Done. Okay, great. Pretend that X says 75 in zone 3. And I cannot do anything right now because everybody else is in zone 2. Fell beasts will move up next turn. Orcs will move up next turn. Round 5, it's up to you. Who's in zone 1?
Still me,
Tariel? Anybody else?
holding it down.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you are. Yeah.
You-
Arwen.
Absolutely holding it down. This is a question for Anna Maria and for Arwen.
Yeah.
Can where are these motherfuckers popping out from? Are they just hidden behind the ruins of Asciliath? Can I sort of tell? Are there underground tunnels? What's going on? The Oliphots are big.
They just popped
Excellent
out of the
question.
snow.
So, like
Daisies.
daisies.
Fucking me up.
Great movie. I would say the city of Osgiliath is obscuring most of your vision for the small arms forces that are coming forward. The skies are filled with fell beasts, Crabine. They're all sort of acting as one cohesive unit to attempt to destroy the trebuchets. But the Oilifants, it's just like a line of elephants, Jungle Book style, that you see more off in the distance. And if you're not careful, they're going to all gang up on you at once from zone 3 and just launch all at once, so that target number of 30 that I had to hit becomes a 20 or becomes a 15. It becomes increasingly more likely that they will succeed.
So this is a as far as the eye can see situation, not like all of a sudden I'm seeing more.
No. You guys see far off in the distance. You're fucked. But you're holding strong. So,
Okay.
Tariel, go ahead and roll me 2d6.
What do I have to do to get some fire arrows in play here?
Tell me you want to roll some fire arrows and tell me how you're doing it.
I'd like to roll some fire arrows.
Fantastic. Here's what I will say. With fire arrows, you will still roll 2d6s. But if you roll, call it a 7 or higher, I will allow you to roll an additional d6 because Zach already dropped the oil as Halloweth, and they will take an additional 1d6 fire damage.
Great. Nope, it's not going to do it this time.
What'd you roll?
It was just a 3.
Just a 3. Okay,
Yep.
3 is good. You are down to 47. That is zone 1. Who's in zone 2?
Clearing orcs.
Clearing orcs. How fucked up is this Gilead already? Like, is it like rebuildable,
Oh,
or is it like beyond repair?
it's like so fucked. It's so fucked. What do you think?
I think Arwen rides back to Zone 1 and asks Faramir how much he values the ruins of Asgiliath right now.
Make me a persuasion. Well, actually, let me ask you as Don the Lore Master. Are you trying to destroy the city?
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm like, is there a way we can like propel like sacks of oil and blow shit up from afar? I prefer not to destroy the city. Can we like aim from beyond the city?
If you roll a successful persuasion check, Faramir is going to just give you free reign to basically do whatever you want. But I think he will say, with an unsuccessful persuasion check, I would prefer it stand. So
Yeah,
Arwen, I will allow.
I think it would be more like, I don't want to like blow up the city. I think it'd be more like, can we aim to like the left and right where the Oliphants are? But obviously the city would be like at risk. But I wouldn't want to like actually target the city because that would be crazy.
It would be a little crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we just chill in Zone 2 for now? If it gets really
Okay, cool.
dire.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
Uh,
This is what I love. This is what I wanted.
Tanel is
Alright.
going to move to zone 2 as well.
Tanel is going to move to zone 2. Okay, so we've got Tanel, Arwen, Beery, and Halbarad.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, go ahead and make me scan checks, everybody.
It
Don't
was a
need
success.
Success for Beery. Tanel, you do not need one. Halbarad, Arwen.
That I do not pass my target number.
You do not pass your target number. Okay.
Okay. Definitely pass the target number.
Okay, fantastic. Everybody that passed or does not need to roll me 4d6s, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, also, are you aiming for the fell beasts or are you aiming for the orc army?
Orcs.
Yeah,
Orcs.
Tanel
okay.
is aiming for the orcs and I forgot my number. Just kidding.
12 for Beery.
Okay, 12 for Beery,
16 for Tanel.
16 for Tanel.
If
Arwen?
they've got orcs, I'll go fell beast for 11.
Go fell beast. For an 11 out of 4d6s, that misses. Unfortunately, I apologize. They're going to get tougher every round. The number is going to go up every round as the difficulty increases. So 16 plus 12, that is a total of 28. And 47 minus 28 is... I can do this. 19. All right, so zone... Okay, boom. Orcs are now down to 19. Well done, everybody. Zone 3, that is Halloweth.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna I need to take out these Oliphants again.
Mhm.
The remaining one, which is which was originally there. So
Yes.
when new Oliphants arrive, does the target number which they're trying to hit, like, because if the ones who are kind of adjusting
Yes.
each time they
Yes.
okay, he's gonna aim for the remaining one. Then.
Outstanding. Yeah. So that is going to be the one on the farthest left-hand side. You need to roll. You need to roll a 28 on 66.
I'm gonna use a hope point again.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll me a hope point.
Yeah, so that'll be 76, right?
Yes. For a possible total of 42. As your
Okay.
max.
Oh bollocks. Okay. I don't think I've done this.
Okay.
Let's find out. 10. What's it? 22.
22 does not
Damn it.
hit. All 3 of the Oliphants remain. That is the turn of every... Oh, no, sorry. I'm going to roll for Eowyn on the Trebuchet as well. Hang on. 66.
Trebuchet.
That's a 10. Trebuchet. Also... Oh, wait, no. I have to roll a 28 for you, not a 30. also does not hit. These things just keep going wide. These Oliphants keep moving. The trolls keep trying to reload different parts of the city of Osgiliath every which way to try and hit the city. That is round 5. We now move to round 6. So round 6.
Bless you, Zach.
Zone 3.
And Anna Maria.
And Anna Maria.
You're right.
Yeah, and Anna
you're still in
Maria.
England.
I took a nap at 7. I'm awake.
Bless you both. Still, regardless.
Present. I'm
All
FaceTiming
right.
my dad after this.
Hey, all right. Okay, zone 3, Oliphants. That is 5. So that's a 10. That is a 15. That is terrible. Okay, but that was for the 31s. These are for the 34. No chance for the 1. Nope. Okay. The Oliphants do not hit at all. However, their target number is now going to go down by 2 for each of them. That is zone 3. We are going to say the 75 are going to move up to here. Actually, here's what I'll do. The 75 are going to move up to zone 2, and the 19 orcs are now going to move up to zone 1. So the gate is now eventually going to take 19 points of damage. However, we are still in zone 2, so I'm going to enact the Fell Beasts. And the Fell Beasts, 4d6s going after the ballista. That's a 10. That is a 16. Who's manning ballistas from the last round previously? Okay,
Smell.
4 of you. Okay, so I am going to roll a
Oh,
d12
God.
on
no.
divided by 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. So on a 1 to 3, it's Tanel. So increments of 4. No, sorry, on increments of 3, it'll go Tanel, Arwen, Beery, Halbarad. That is a 5. Arwen, the ballista that you are in erupts as one of the Fell Beasts manages to swoop from zone 1 or from zone 2 down to zone 1 and destroy your ballista. We will get to the repair mechanic in a moment. I need you to make an athletics check or else you are going to take a significant amount of damage as your ballista erupts.
Oh God.
Owen.
I got an
No.
Eye of Sauron.
Oh my God!
No.
Arwen, what's your HP total?
No. No.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
No.
whoa.
I don't fucking know.
Hang on, I can
oh,
check
it
your
was
character sheet.
36, I think.
That's right, because we boosted you because you're basically Jesus at this point. Or, whatever deity you choose. 36 total. Hang on, let me do some math. Arwen, your HP drops to 20. That is zone 2 for the Fell Beasts. We got that. Zone.
Wait. Sorry, I'm confused. I thought it was zone 1. They just swooped into zone 1.
So we're doing it by zones in that zone 3 is the Oliphants,
Right.
zone 2 is the Fell Beasts and the Orcs, but the Fell Beasts rolled high enough that they now move into zone 1
Right.
and destroy one of the things.
And like me and Justin and Tori and Max were in zone 2, but are being targeted in zone 1.
We're firing into
We're
zone
firing
2.
into zone 2.
Firing into zone 2.
Yes.
Period. I've
Yes.
arrived. Okay.
You are here. We are here for
3
We gotta
hours
talk
in,
about field
I've
beasts.
arrived.
Okay.
As we wrap up this first part of the siege, make sure you mark your HP down to 20. That Fell Beast, though, is going to attempt to escape. I am going to make an athletics check. If it is successful, it will move back to zone 2. If it is not, anybody in both zones 1 and 2 can hit it out of the sky. So give me 1 second. 7 plus 12, so that's 20. Okay, yes, you are going to watch as the Fell Beast successfully swoops in, destroys the ballista you are on, Anna Maria, and flies back to zone 2. Zone 1, the gate is going to take 19 points of damage. I won't lie, there's a few dents in it, which is my way of saying it's taken a little bit of a beating. It's not bad by any means, but
It's bloodied.
it's not bloodied. It's not bloodied. I'm just letting you know.
It's bruised.
Yeah.
You're a
these-
problem.
Look. I'm trying my best here.
Doing great. We're doing great. We
You're
love it.
doing wonderful.
Okay.
Have
as
they?
to
How are they achieving this? Have they deployed Grand?
not Grand, but you guys are going to watch as successfully inflicting enough damage. Well done, Halloweth. A battering ram appears from the orcs, and it's small. It's like a tree that they've, sharpened down, put metal on top of it, and in an attempt to poof, poof. And with Halloweth's fine work, it hasn't broken yet, but they are at the gate, and there is a huge wave approaching. So,
Got it.
who's in zone 1 for round 6?
Still me.
That being
Okay.
said, I'm going to trust that Charlotte has the 19 covered, and I'm going to take out those.
Stay in zone 2.
Yeah, we need to weed out that 75.
Can some?
Okay.
I can
I'm
get
more
the
worried about the fell beast than the
I
75.
can get the 75. I think with my prep, if someone can move to the trebuchets to take out the leftmost Oliphant.
I will move to the trebuchet.
Okay.
I will move to
Okay.
3.
And I'll repair. I'll repair because we need our
Sure.
shit up, I think.
Okay, got it. So, Arwen, you are utilizing this turn. You will not be able to attack. You are rolling no d6s, but you are going to be able to, with the help of various shield maidens and people of Gondor and craftsmen, you're going to be able to repair that. That ballista will be back up next turn.
Don't forget about the dwarves.
The
Hey,
dwarves
crew.
are there as well. Yes, excuse me.
Damn
This is
straight.
not dwarf erasure. Here we go. Okay, so Tariel, zone 1. Zone 2 is Halloweth and Halbarad. Anybody else in zone 2?
Beery.
Halloweth is technically on the field now. He's moving down to the earth.
Oh.
You want to
Okay.
move down to the earth, or do you want to attempt to do your magic from a particular zone?
I mean, he's gonna try and literally split the earth.
Remove 1d6 if you are on the wall. If you want to go out onto the field, you can do so with your regular roll. I will say you are going to open yourself up to attacks, and I will have you make
Okay.
an athletics check to get back, on.
Yeah.
Like, you can scale some walls and use the mountain range to the side and, like, channel the earth.
Well,
have
I
no
get
problem.
to. Can I use my magic if I'm on the wall? Can I use my magic and then, or potentially help out on the wall, or would is my turn just dedicated completely?
I
to
think the
magic, I
turn
assume?
would have to
That's
be
fine, of
just
course.
magic at this point. Yeah.
I'm gonna do cool shit. Then I'm gonna go down and allow myself. I need to get this opened up. We need to get the 75 out of here. So he's gonna flip down onto the literal fields and face the orc's head on.
Incredible.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so Zach is on the field. Yeah, Halloweth.
Okay.
Shit might get real at the end of this episode.
We'll see what happens. Because he knows what this magic could potentially do to him. He's gonna go down. He's gonna flip off straight onto the fields, fingers in the grass, and he is going to will the earth to open beneath this in zone 2. The entirety of zone 2 is going to be a gaping chasm for a second, while the razor sharp rocks which Gloin and Beery helped him with are below to take out 75 orcs apparently.
Let's see what happens.
Zach,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and roll me. What did I tell you? 5d6?
Well, it's my I just do a lore check.
I'm sorry, yes. Make me a lore check. Yeah.
Yeah, to make sure that this is all gonna go swimmingly.
Because it might not.
It might not. It's true. Okay, yeah, he beats his target number by 12.
Fantastic. Zach, roll me 5d6.
Fantastic. He's going to use a hope point for this. And is he also okay to use a fellowship point from everyone, since the rocks were also kind of Beery's idea?
Yes.
Anybody reject it? Nope.
Nope.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to roll 7d6 with a
7d6.
hope point and...
Yep.
We share
So
these
with a-
numbers, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
with a possible 42 points. Halloweth.
It's not bad. Hang on. 29.
Whoa. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So we've got 75 minus 29, 46. You guys are going to watch as... Actually, Halloweth, I'll let you describe this one. How's it work?
Is it 46 or 49?
I'm sorry, 46. My bad.
Okay.
Yep.
as there is a rumbling on the field, as you see the earth begin to slowly fissures start to appear, and the earth begins to fall, and revealing these razor sharp rocks underneath. And as the orcs begin to just stumble and tumble down, and they are skewered and spiked and torn apart by these rocks, and then I'm assuming that makes it difficult terrain for the others to try and march.
It does.
As well. Excellent, good. That's kind of the idea. I don't want any Olifants following, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, so they're going to be splitting their heads open on these wonderful rocks, as there is now a gigantic hole in the middle of the Penelor Fields filled with spikes. Yay.
Incredible, Halloweth. Okay, zone 2, I have Halbarad, Tariel. Anybody else attacking zone 2 with ballistas? Beery. Anyone else?
I'm not attacking zone 2 with ballistas. I'm in zone 1. I want to attack zone 1.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me 2d6s
Just
then,
want to make
Charlotte.
sure that we can do that.
You're good. No, you're good.
Wait,
you're good. You're doing
2d6s? It's not 4d6s?
No, it's
so
a
when you're-
scan.
She wants to
It's-
use the
Oh.
ballista to attack zone 1.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, you want to use the ballista to attack zone 1 or zone 2.
Zone 1.
1. The orcs at the gates. Zone
Excellent. Everybody, make me a scan check that is currently using a ballista.
23.
23. That succeeds.
All right. Let's lay it down.
Oh!
Oh, what do you got?
That's a Gandalf, a 6 and 2 3s.
Nice.
Go ahead and add 1 extra d6 to your roll. So you are now rolling 5 d6s. Anna Maria and Halbarad.
I rolled a 18, and that does
18.
beat my target number.
It does. You're going to roll 4d6. Anna Maria, what's Arwen
I
doing?
think I was spending the turn on the fixing the ballista.
I'm sorry.
right?
Yes, you are repairing. My mistake. All right. Great. So the three of you, Halbarad, Beery, and Tariel, roll me 4 d6s, but Tariel, roll me 5.
Mm-hmm.
15. Let's go with the mass. That the remainder that are crawling out of the rubble, just laying it down.
Okay. So that is 31. Tariel.
17 with a 6. Not that the
All
6
right.
matters, but
Are
posterity.
those the orcs? Are those the orcs in zone 1?
They're the orcs in zone 1. And I think narratively the way that works, because, I mean, I don't know how much damage a single ballista can do to a group of guys.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it couldn't be that Tariel tells her forces to hold as she leaps onto the nearest ballista, and as it fires, so too do her archers. Just
Awesome.
everybody just throws what they have down at the orcs at the gate.
Amazing. Yeah, you guys bring the orcs at the gate down to 2, unless... Hang on, did I miss something?
Nope.
Halbarad?
I haven't told you my damage yet.
Yeah, sorry, Halbarad, tell me your damage and what you're aiming for.
I rolled 17, and I'm also aiming for the orcs this time.
Which zone, orcs?
In zone 2.
Zone 2. All right, so 31 minus 17. That is 14. Well done, everybody. Okay. Great turn. Everybody good here with the folks in the ballistas?
Mhm.
Okay. Who is manning the trebuchets? That is Tariel, or no, excuse me, Tinel and
Yep.
Aowen?
Yep.
I'd like to imagine that there's just Treebeard, Alatar, and then Aowen and Tinel just sort of sitting there in one of the trebuchets.
Putting a lot of faith in these wizards.
You successfully recruited them and made me completely redo my battle mechanics, so you're doing great so far.
Have they shot anything, the wizards specifically?
The wizards are using their fire magic, basically, to set the things on fire. So originally I was going to have the trebuchets
Understood. Okay,
deal 5d6s. It bumped it up to 6.
gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
28.
Which Oilifant do you want gone?
Yes.
Far left.
Far left, the one that has the smallest of the... Well done, Tinel.
I rolled
Okay.
3 6s.
What?
Damn. Fantastic. Okay. our final round of this episode.
Oh wait, did
What?
did Arwen repair the trebuchet?
Oh, I'm sorry. That is
Did we
not
rest
like a roll that they need
Oh,
to do. You are just going to
ignore me then.
spend time. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Did Eowyn hit anything with the trebuchet?
Oh, excuse me. I forgot to roll for Eowyn. Hang on. Ooh. One. That's 5. Oh, wait. 10, 22, 24, 25. 3 away. So sorry, everybody. No, Eowyn does not hit with hers, but
Okay.
one of the Oilifants is gone. This will be our final round of this episode.
Going
I will
into
go-
this round, is it still far as the eye can see and no sign of stopping? Like we've barely made a dent? Is that the vibe?
It's not that you've barely made a dent. It's that they're still coming, but they're very far away. I would say at this moment you feel as though you're holding your own, and if you keep this pace up, you will succeed in defending the city of Minas Tirith. As Faramir is just issuing orders left, right, and center. Watch that fell beast in the sky. Make sure you aim for that. All of that kind of stuff, just going left, right, and center. All right.
Cool.
So my turn, and this is round 7. So no new Oilifants. However, there is the orcs for round 7 from 75. That bumps up to another 100.
Oh, baby.
There it is.
The orcs from zone 2 are going to move up here. So that's going to be a 0, and this is going to be a 16 total for later. Okay, so zone 3, the orcs appear. I am going to roll 66s for the Oilifants. They need to beat a 34. 15, 24. They do not. Again, same sort of deal. You are still seeing the city crumbling around you. Hasn't hit the houses of healing. Hasn't hit the blacksmith's forge. Hasn't hit the food stores. You guys are good to go. Zone 2. Hang on, let me check my notes. You guys are going to see one more fell beast appear in zone 2 on the battlefield. However, this one is going to be coming in from the right. And the gate is then going to take an additional 16 points of damage.
How's the gate looking?
That's it.
Well, how much did me Gloin? I can't remember exactly how much Don said me Gloin and
I
Barry
didn't give
added.
you a
It was
number.
it was like 100.
You did give us a number because it was either 50,
It was like
75
double.
or 100.
I'm sorry, yeah, so
Doubled it.
I didn't give you the exact total of the gate. I did tell you, though, you have increased its health or HP
Sure, yeah.
or endurance by 100 in all 3 of
Okay.
you succeeding.
Okay,
So that is going to
that's
take
fine.
16 points of damage. And I'm not saying the gate's bad. I'm just saying there's some continued dents, and if this keeps up for long enough, eventually that gate will fall. But you're all right. I
That's
don't
fine.
think
Would
all
you
need-
say it's
We've got like
bloody?
40. Fuck's sake.
I cannot draw blood from a stone, Justin. No, the
The
gate
gate's
is
got
not-
a few arrows
It's
sticking
got-
out
well,
of it.
well-
It's looking pretty rough.
Well, I added 100 and it's taken about 40
Oh.
around.
There we
ish.
go.
We're looking good. We're looking good.
Ish.
Doing all right. You're doing all right. Okay, so zone 3, Oilifants miss. 100 orcs show up within that mechanic. There are no orcs in zone 2 as they have all moved up to zone 1. So there are now 3 fell beasts. They're going to roll 4d6s. Horrible. That is a 13 total. You all manage to successfully repel as the archers of Mirkwood and Lothlorien fire their arrows, and it's like a dense cloud enough that these fell beasts don't take damage, but a bunch of the crabine are skewered, and you see these birds and crows and winged bats falling down to the ground. But the fell beasts do not destroy the ballistas. Zone 1, gate takes 16 points of damage. That is all I can do right now in zone 7. You all are up. Who are my archers?
He meant
Attack.
round 7.
I'm sorry, round 7. Round 7. Sorry.
I have a stupid question. I'm so
No,
sorry.
please. No,
We're
no,
almost
you're
done.
okay.
Fuck.
I'm bad at
Fuck.
explaining this, but we're
No.
we're learning as we go.
Just fully like meta as a player, because
Go.
the ballistas can also hit Zone 1, why would any of us choose archers because they do less damage? Is it because there's a limited
There's a
number
scan.
of
Yeah,
ballistics?
there's a limited number, and you have to succeed a scan check. If you don't succeed the scan check, 0 damage.
There we go. I'm here. I've
Mhm,
arrived again. Okay.
Okay. Anybody being an archer rolling 2d6s?
Can Glorfindel go be an archer?
Glorfindel's an NPC, and you've already wiped out about 75% of my initial first round, so no.
Tomato.
No. All right.
I'm trying to
yeah.
decide the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Because 16, I feel like.
Do you feel
Yeah,
confident?
I'm gonna hop off my ballista.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a minion reload that.
Okay.
And
we'll say Philareth is.
Philareth.
Yeah, we'll say Philareth is there.
He's got guys. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
So Tariel did the thing where she looked cool, and now the work is someone else's business. So she'll dismount the giant arrow and run back to the rest of her troops, where everybody is reloading. And I would like to, number one, use my command capability this turn. So I
Yep,
automatically
okay.
get 2 extra d6s for that.
Go.
And as I roll that, I would like to make this one my fire arrows. We're going to try again. The last time, maybe for whatever reason, we just weren't fast enough. They didn't light up in time. Maybe we've got a better process this time, and
Okay.
we're going to try and rain fire down.
Hallard's just at the bottom, like, I left some oil. Like, you wanna do that now?
We'll do
Yeah,
that.
you're
Let's
still
do
down
that.
there.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's still down there. Don't worry. I got this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Charlotte, Tariel is going to roll 4 d6s, and if she rolls a 12 or higher, add an extra d6 for fire damage.
Come on, Commander.
A little ASMR here. Fuck me. Couldn't do it. That was just, it was a 10.
10. Okay,
Just a regular
still
roll 10.
Still.
Should have thrown a hope point on there because
Damage
these
is
guys were
damage.
gonna betray me. And if I had done that, it would have been a 14. It's fine. It's just a 10.
just a 10. You have reduced the orc number in zone 1 at the gate down to 6.
Okay.
Who is going to be attacking from ballistas? All right, Arwen, Halbarad.
That is, I'm attacking zone 2, correct? And before I do that, is the 0 next to the orcs in the middle accurate?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you successfully
Okay.
defeated all of the Pelennor Fields orcs. They made their way up, and Tariel destroyed 10 of them. So there is currently no orcs in Pelennor Fields, just fell beasts.
Okay. Let's take a shot at the fell
All right.
beast.
Cool. Halloweth, what's up?
Yeah. Am I for this turn? If I'm on the field still, I'm trying to escape. Can I try and attack the 6 remaining before I do that?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Oh,
Who's
gosh.
going to be on the ballistas?
I rolled
Okay,
a...
we've got Arwen and Halbarad.
Okay.
Scan checks. Who succeeded in their scan checks?
I succeeded in my scan check.
Okay,
And then-
both of you go ahead and roll me 4d6s and tell me who you are attacking.
Pick the fell beast on the left.
Fell beast on the left. Cool. Halbarad.
4, 11, 14. Which one has the lowest HP? Can you tell me that?
So it's not an HP. It's as new ones approach, their scores basically reset as they try and sort of get a lay of the land. You rolled a 14. Unfortunately, that does not hit unless you are aiming for... Or actually, which one are you aiming for?
That beats my target number, correct?
It does. Just because it beats your target number doesn't necessarily mean it will hit the fell beast.
Okay.
But which one are you aiming for?
I was going to... The one that's been here the longest is the one on the far left, so that one.
That is correct. Yes. And Arwen, you are also doing that?
Well, I mean, which one's just arrived?
The one that just arrived are the I believe the 2 on the right.
Okay, if Halbarad is aiming left, I'll go to one of the new ones on the right. I got a 15.
15 unfortunately does not hit, but Halbarad, if you are aiming for the one on the left, that does succeed. So that
okay.
fell beast gone. Okay, who is on the trebuchets?
Trebuchet.
We got
Trebuchet.
Beery, We got Tanel. Go ahead and roll me 6d6. You have to beat a 26.
Can I aim for the 100?
Yes, you may. Yes, you may. If you do
100%.
not want, if you want to hit the
Same
Oilifants,
track.
you got to roll a 26. If you
I-
want to hit the Orcs, 66.
What, Justin?
Oh,
Yeah,
go
what's
ahead,
up?
sorry.
I'm
Justin, what do you
worried.
got?
I'm worried that if we don't get rid of those fell beasts, they're gonna like knock out our
I know.
ballistas or something. You know?
I can move next turn.
Yeah.
I just wanted to reduce that number.
That's a
I get
big
it.
grind right there.
That's a large number to attack the gate afterwards. But yeah.
That's entirely what Halloweth put into the door. All right,
Yeah.
66 is from Beery and from Tanel.
18.
18, okay. Beery.
15. Wait, sorry, I was gonna say it, but I didn't. I was gonna spend a hope point on this because.
Oh, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Okay, I
Yeah.
swear I was gonna.
No, you're good. There's 100 orcs.
God dang 6.
For a total, is that 39 total?
What?
With an
No.
18?
This is the hit,
21.
right?
No. With the trebuchets, it is
Yeah.
66. No scan checks. If
Oh,
you were
shit.
aiming for the Oilifants, you do need to hit a specific number. But if you were just aiming for the orcs, it is a flat 66.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I mean,
so-
eventually it's not gonna. Anyway, sorry.
21.
21 total. And you rolled a
18.
Shit, thank you.
18. Cool. So that is 39 total. So that number is
61.
reduced to 61. That is turn 7. We will begin.
Well, hang on.
Or sorry,
am
we
I-
will
am I-
end turn 7. We will
I-
end
I-
turn 7 with
Okay.
Halloweth. Halloweth,
Yeah.
I would like you to describe what you are doing. And in doing so, I will set the checks and the rolls that you need to make in our final rolls of the evening to see if you are in one-on-one combat or surrounded by 6 orcs, or not 6, but a unit worth of 6 orcs,
Okay.
or if you die, or if you get back into the city.
That's
Any number.
fair.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He is going to initially throw. Hang on, how many does he have left? Can he throw? He has one fire. Thank goodness, he has one fire arrow left.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he's going to shoot He's going to shoot the oil, which he dropped earlier, on these orcs
Please.
to burn them.
'Cause
Okay,
I can't
um,
seem to shoot fire.
So he's gonna shoot. He's gonna look at the oil, aim himself with his bow with his fire arrow, and try and get these remaining 6.
Okay. I do want to be clear. You are a single person.
Yeah.
On the field of battle.
Yeah.
Off to the side, using your magic, trying to be stealthy. While doing this, you are going to make yourself known to
Yes,
the orcs at the gate.
There's an extra part to this. I'm not just shooting the arrow because the next
Okay.
part is using. Okay, so this is his initial.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
You don't need to explain everything.
Well,
If you would like to
I don't
shoot
want.
the
I don't
fire.
want. I don't want to do this if it's going to use. If I then don't have, because I assume afterwards I'll have enough time to do this. But it might be that you're like, hey, no, you've used that action. So I want.
Okay, tell me
Yeah.
what you're trying to do then. Let's
Okay,
work
so
this
he's
out.
trying to shoot. He's trying to use one remaining fire to light the orcs up. He's then going to try and use Beery's contraption, Eglos, to throw himself back and use Eglos as a grappling hook. Just
Yeah. We knew it was
Okay.
coming.
Okay. So with the fire arrow, here's what I'm gonna say.
Mm.
You are going to roll me 2d6s. No, sorry, 3d6s because it's the fire arrow.
Yeah.
And if you succeed high enough to
Okay.
defeat the orcs, destroy all 6,
Yeah.
I will allow you to make an athletics check
Okay.
to get back up into the city. If you fail the athletics check, You are still stuck down there in a wall of 61 orcs and a bunch of fell beasts and whatever I have to throw at you at the end of this.
No,
It's
that's
coming
fine.
at you. Yeah.
I got 11.
Cool. The orcs at the gate explode in a wall of fire
Wonderful.
as Halloweth, using his final remaining fire arrow.
Yeah, I've got that. They're all done now.
Fire arrows gone that Beery made, reduces these orcs to a heaping pile of bodies as their fiery bodies erupt and immolate and just begin to you start to smell the orc bodies as the fire begins to spread. I will now ask, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay.
With the knowledge that if you fail,
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm gonna fuck up your shit.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that. But I do. Luckily, I did put I have favor in athletics.
You do. You do.
I'm just
So,
trying to
and
picture
thank God. Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
what does
okay.
an orc barbecue smell like?
Ooh.
Can't be
Oof.
good.
Yeah, no.
So I beat my target number by a bunch. By 7.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you because it might come up next episode. I'm gonna make a roll real quick. Halloweth.
Yeah.
As the as Aglos is thrown with the string attached, you are going to hear the shriek of another fell beast that appears on the left-hand side, and its rider that you now see is a kind of werewolf wielding a bow. You feel an arrow pierce into the back of your leg. You take 6 points of damage, but successfully make it back up to where the archers are. Okay. I need you to make me a scan check.
Okay. I'm gonna use a hope point.
Okay.
Can
Well-
Tario like personally run over and try to help Halloweth up over the
Yeah.
ledge?
I will say, just for flavor, yeah, Tariel, you can absolutely come over.
Okay.
You rolled high enough on athletics. It's not necessarily going to matter, but this could potentially be something.
Well, I
I
beat my
think
target number by 3.
Arwen comes over immediately as well, just to see if the wound is mortal.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I beat my target number by 3.
Okay, beating your
scan
target
check.
number by 3, Halloweth. Anna Maria, let's have Arwen make a medicine check, or a healing check, excuse me.
Okay. Let's see, 7. How many medicine things do I have? Healing. Sorry. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
13, 14. I exactly hit my target number.
In hitting your target number, you examine the arrow and realize that it is poisoned, and unless Halloweth is treated, he will take 1d6 damage every round until he is cured in some way that I leave to all of you. Halloweth, in making a successful scan check, the werewolf looks familiar as it rides the top of the fell beast, and that is where we are going to end
This
part
guy.
1.
This fucking
Leave me
fucking guy.
alone. I've killed you
Fucking
twice.
werewolf.
fucking guy. This fucking guy.
Yeah, okay.
Thank
It
you
might
all
be Saruman.
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
for joining
Yep.
us on this rip-roaring adventure.
God.
that is
God damn Istari, always
unpredicted-
coming back.
Wow.
It was Brennan Lee Mulligan himself that said, I can literally come back as many times as I want. And
Well,
so
where
I'm
is he now? Where is
Like
the
all
horse and the
wizards.
rider?
Fucking off.
wizards.
Mm.
Wizards.
Why am I looking at your file savey thingy?
Oh, sorry, because I was going to save this Photoshop thing to make sure that I didn't forget who did what. You don't need to worry about what's coming next. You have successfully, Zach, mechanics-wise, triggered one of my abilities in that in any round other than one, someone enters the actual battlefield. Well done. We will see how that unfolds at the beginning of next episode. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will be live on Patreon for the Unpredicted After Party, patreon.com/DonMarshall72. You can click the link in the bio to get all of that. Players, well done. Well done. It only gets worse from here. I'm just letting you know.
Perfect.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Yeah, that 100 was a little scary.
Yeah.
Was it?
The
Was
orcs are
it?
keeping it 100.
Boo. Get out.
Take a hope.
Tomato.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not giving you a hope point for that one.
That's fine.
All right. We will be on Patreon. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks, every other Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. That next Monday at 7 a.m. wherever you listen to your podcasts. Special guests, thank you for joining us. We will be back next week with as many guests as I can possibly fit into this Zoom call and as chaotic as we want to make it. We will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.